Hi, and welcome to this FinCore Analytics Microsoft Excel training video on the Subtotals functionality. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can automatically insert subtotals in a report without having to manually insert rows and subtotal or sum formulas within your report. So this could potentially save you a lot of time and effort by taking a report like this and creating subtotals. So let's get straight into it. So in this specific report, it's a split by continent report, and we've got three continents: Asia, North America, and Europe. And we want a subtotal between Asia, North America, and Europe, right? So the manual method to do this, you would have inserted a row and inserted a formula like that and bold it up. But what we're going to do today is not do that and use the subtotal feature to dynamically create this report for us. So what you want to do, you want to select the range of rows that you want to use. You're going to go to your data ribbon, the outline section, and you click on subtotal. So the first drop down says add each change in region or line and so forth, but we're going to leave it on region. Now what it means is Excel will look in the region column, and when it changes from Asia to North America, it will insert a subtotal. When it changes from North America to Europe, it will insert a subtotal, and so forth. So you can imagine if you have a massive report with a lot of subsections, it's going to take you a lot of time to do manual inserts, manual sums, fix it all up. So this is a very quick and easy way to achieve the exact same result without a lot of that manual work, right? And the other part to it is the formulas will also be correct, which is really, really helpful without you having to check and validate all of it. Right, so in terms of what we want to sum, you can also use specific functions. So in this case, we're going to do sum. You can do count, average, max, minimum, or product, but we're going to use sum. Click on that. And we want to sum up units and sales. Replace current subtotals. We don't have any, so I'm not going to tick that box. Page break between groups. That's for printing purposes. Very nice. It will create a page break for printing between each section, which is a nice feature. But this is not a big report, so it won't be useful in this example. And then summary below data. This will create a subtotal, yes or no. I'm going to leave that in because I want a subtotal, a grand total at the bottom. So click OK, and you see what's happened. Excel has automatically inserted a row over there. So I'm just going to do a bit of formatting on that. Format paint that down. Format paint that down here as well. There we go. And then on the left hand side, you will also notice that we've got groupings for my report now, or automatic outlining. So it makes it a whole lot easier to work with this report. And then subtotal formulas inserted between each section, like I predicted when we started. Now, you'll notice that Excel used the subtotal formula and not the sum formula. And I'm going to explain to you now why. So if you look at this formula at the bottom, that's the initial formula I had in my original report. If you look at the range, it is looking at the whole sales column, right? But why this number is not right is because it is incorrectly including the subtotals. Whereas this grand total is also including all the subtotals, but it is excluding it. And the subtotal formula is a formula within Excel that's smart enough to know to not include the totals in between. And that's why when we look at the subtotal formula over here, it will only add up those three, and those three rows, giving us the correct total at the bottom. So for that purpose, this formula will effectively be irrelevant. And I'm going to finally just change that to total, save my report, and my work here is done. Thank you very much for listening, and hope this was a useful feature.